Have you ever felt like your life is just full? Full of stuff, full of tasks, full of noise? What if I told you the secret to a calmer, more meaningful life isn't about adding more, but embracing the space in between? Today we're diving deep into three ancient Japanese ideas that can transform your world, not by chasing perfection, but by finding beauty in the emptiness. This isn't just about decluttering your home, it's about decluttering your soul, inspired by the wisdom of the samurai. Let's start with a concept that might feel strange at first. Ma. Spelled M-A, ma is the meaningful pause, the intentional space between things. In Western culture, we often fear emptiness. We fill every moment, every shelf, every silence. But in Japanese philosophy, ma is not a void, it's potential. It's the silent beat between musical notes that gives rhythm its power, the unpainted part of a canvas that makes the subject stand out. It's the quiet moment of reflection after a long day. This space isn't empty. It's full of possibility and peace. It's a foundational principle that sets the stage for everything else we'll discuss. What's missing can be just as important as what's there. This brings us to our second idea, wabi-sabi. You've probably heard this term before, often associated with rustic pottery or aged wood. But wabi-sabi is so much more than an aesthetic. It's a worldview, a way of seeing the world that finds profound beauty in imperfection and impermanence. The legendary tea master, Sen no Rikyu, perfectly embodied this. He revolutionized the tea ceremony by stripping it of all extravagance. He removed anything that was non-essential, chose simple, humble materials, and most importantly, embraced imperfection. Think about our modern lives. We are constantly chasing an ideal of perfection. The perfect home from a magazine, the perfect body from an Instagram filter, the perfect seamless life. But this chase is a source of endless anxiety because perfection is an illusion. It doesn't exist. Wabi-sabi offers an escape. It tells us to stop striving and start accepting. It teaches that a crack in a teacup isn't a flaw. It's part of its history, a mark of its journey. This crack tells a story that a flawless, mass-produced cup never could. When you start to see the world through the lens of wabi-sabi, something amazing happens. Your mindset shifts. Simplicity stops feeling like you're missing out and starts feeling like freedom. Freedom from the pressure to constantly upgrade, to consume, to be perfect. When you can look at a chipped plate or a frayed piece of clothing and see its character and story, the desperate urge to buy something new begins to fade. You learn to appreciate what you have, not for its perfection, but for its authenticity. It's a powerful antidote to our consumer-driven culture. This acceptance of flaws in our things, in our homes, and most importantly in ourselves, is the heart of a simpler, more contented life. Now let's get practical with our third concept, Danshari. This is a more modern term, coined by Hideko Yamashita, but its roots are deep in Zen philosophy. Danshari is a three-step process for decluttering not just your space, but your mind. The three parts are Dan, to refuse, Sha, to discard, and Ri, to detach. Let's break it down. Dan means refusing to bring unnecessary things into your life. Before you buy something, before you say yes to an invitation, you pause and ask, do I truly need this? Is this aligned with the life I want to live? It's about being a gatekeeper for your own life. Next is Sha, to discard. This is the part most people think of as decluttering. It's about going through what you already own and getting rid of what no longer serves you. The key question here, the ultimate test of Danshari, is this. Does this item, this commitment, this thought help my life right now? Not in a hypothetical future, not because of a sentimental past, but right now. If the answer is no, it's just taking up valuable space, physical or mental. Finally, there's Ri, to detach. This is the deepest and most transformative part. It's about detaching from the desire to own things, detaching from your obsession with material possessions. You realize your self-worth isn't tied to what you have. This isn't just about physical objects. You can apply Danshari to your emotions and thoughts too. Refuse to let negative thoughts in. Discard grudges that are weighing you down. Detach from the need for external validation. It's a radical practice of letting go. Now let's tie this all back to our first concept, Ma. Remember that meaningful space. Danshari is the tool you use to create Ma in your life. By refusing, discarding, and detaching, you're not just creating an empty house, you're creating supportive space. In traditional Japanese architecture, you see this everywhere. Sliding paper screens, open floor plans, and the careful play of light and shadow aren't just design choices. They are intended to create Ma. They create a sense of calm, an invitation to be present and aware of your surroundings. This space isn't a void. It's an active, nurturing presence that enhances everything around it. The room feels calmer because of the open space. The art on the wall looks more beautiful because of the empty wall around it. And this applies directly to our modern, overstimulated lives. Look at your calendar. Is it packed from morning until night? Look at your mind. Is it constantly buzzing with notifications, worries, and to-do lists? We have filled every gap. The Japanese perspective offers a revolutionary alternative. The gaps between your scheduled activities are not wasted time. They are where you integrate what you've learned. The silence between your thoughts is not a mental blank. It's where clarity and insight arise. So how do we create Ma in our daily lives? It requires conscious effort. It means deliberately scheduling nothing. Leave an afternoon open with no plans. Go for a walk without headphones. Sit in a room for 5 minutes without reaching for your phone. When you're having a conversation, allow for moments of silence. Don't rush to fill them. These pauses are where true connection happens. They give you space to breathe, to think, to simply be. This is the warrior's discipline, the strength to be still in a world that never stops moving. Ultimately, simplicity isn't a destination you arrive at. It's not a one-time decluttering project. It is a continuous practice, a daily choice. The great poet Matsuo Basho, a master of finding the profound in the simple, once wrote about the essence of his art. He said the secret is not in some grand abstract theory, but what's happening in this place right here, right now. That's the final, crucial lesson. Don't get overwhelmed thinking you need to overhaul your entire life overnight. That's the old way of thinking, the pursuit of perfection. The path of Wabi-sabi, Danshari, and Ma is gentler. It starts wherever you are. It starts with one small action. Maybe today, you decide not to buy that thing you don't need. Maybe you take 5 minutes to just sit in silence. Maybe you look at something imperfect in your home and feel gratitude instead of dissatisfaction. That is enough. The journey to a simpler, more meaningful life begins with a single step, taken right here, right now. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into Japanese wisdom. I hope these ideas have given you some inspiration for creating a little more space in your own life. If they have, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content like this. And now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 3 ideas, Wabi-sabi, Danshari, or Ma, resonates with you the most right now? Let me know in the comments below.